All right, everybody, I am back with another video today, and today I am going to be unboxing more Trackmaster Thomas & Friends merchandise. As you can tell, if you are a fan of Trackmaster, this is a rolling stock pack, a 3-pack. I picked one up. It does have a character inside, so that is why I bought it. This, again, costed the same price as Edward, about $110. I think this was actually $115 plus shipping. So yeah, that sucks. And we do have the Tomy layout set up. We do have Neville and Duck ready to run today. Arthur and Thomas not running. And here is the motorized Trackmaster Edward. Now, I am going to be keeping this Edward, but he's just going to be sitting there basically only because he's Edward. And once I get another Edward, such as the original Tomy one, then I can, I guess, kiss that one goodbye. But he will be sitting in my collection from now on until further notice, until you see a regular Tomy Edward in a video in my collection. That was an L purchase. That was a bad purchase, I'm not going to lie. But one thing I noticed, man, it's always something with buying these Thomas trains on eBay. It's always something, especially with the motorized. With wooden railway, it's a safe bet. You know what you're getting. Maybe one of the wheels is kind of stuck, but that's it, right? It's still, it's a wooden railway engine. It works. But with these motorized engines, man, it's always something, because even if they're from the same brand or same year, one of them could be a bad runner. One of them could be just a good runner. By nature, I guess. Like, my Arthur's pretty loud. My Duck is really quiet and really smooth. And my Thomas is actually a lot smoother than my Neville. So it's just like the engines are never guaranteed to run great, simply because it's a battery-powered toy, and apparently the plastic gears just love to give out. And so buying off eBay brand new battery-powered toys, after how many years they've sat in the box, it's just so risky. And the fact that that Edward is a loud and slow runner that gets stuck on the simplest of things, because there's like a nameplate underneath Edward, underneath his body, by his front drive wheels. There's a nameplate that gets stuck on, for example, this yellow piece on Brendam Docks. So I wish I would have known that. You know, I saw a few videos of those engines, and they kind of sounded loud, but you don't know until you have the engine in person and it's stuttering on the track. So that is really unfortunate about that Edward. That's a bad purchase. There goes over $100 basically down the drain, because I'm not really going to be running Edward because he's just so loud. It's almost hard to talk over him when he's that loud and focus, because you just see him stuttering in the background and you can barely hear. Anyways, moving on. I can't believe that's what they were releasing back in the day. How did the motorized engines get worse once Fisher-Price started making them, in the sense that how they ran got significantly worse? It's a battery-powered toy, and somehow we are digressing. We're going backwards. That makes no sense. Anyways, rant over. Let's get this open. I need to redeem myself today after that terrible purchase of that Edward. I am praying this was a good purchase. So, Trackmaster did these. This is not Fisher-Price, by the way. This is Hit Entertainment. This is not a Fisher-Price Trackmaster product. But they did these 3-car packs, which were actually really cool. And they had a lot of very cool pieces of rolling stock. They were kind of exclusive to these packs, I think. And they go for a good amount on eBay brand new, and rightfully so. So, if you couldn't tell, the pack I got today is from the year, first off, we are from the year 2006. No Fisher-Price in sight, so you know it's going to be a good pack, a good item. I got the Trucks and Track Toad and Trucks 3-pack. A lot of good rolling stock from Trackmaster here, and these are just some of the packs. One off the top of my head that I would also like to get someday is the Rosie's, I think it's called like Rosie's Fun Fair Special or something, like some carnival 3-pack, and it has a ventilated van that looks like the one from the TV series with the circus emblem. That one looks really cool. I would love to get that one someday. Oh, here we are. I was trying to look at the side of the box, but they're all in the back. So this is, yeah, it's a fruit van, a scruffy milk tanker, brake van, refrigerated car, ore car, open wagon, brake van, plant van. Plant for what? Sodor mail, ventilated van, Great Western brake van, towed. So this is a perfect train for Duck to pull. We have a Great Western van, a Great Western brake van, and a Sodor mail coach, which Oliver, Toad, Duck, Percy, Thomas, they all can pull the mail. So I'm very excited for Toad. I'm excited for all these pieces because, as you can tell, I don't have a lot of troublesome truck rolling stock because I just haven't really made it my goal to get rolling stock as of, until now. And this is brand new. This is sealed. So you can see the tape right here. I'm excited for this. This might make up for the Edward. Let's see how Toad looks in person, too. There we go. Definitely want to save this box. This is, I would easily call this like peak, easily peak motorized, I guess, rolling stock. And then we have a pamphlet. So this is cool. So we have a busy day pamphlet. Oh, so it just shows off some items. There's lots of work to do on the island of Sodor. Find out how Thomas and his friends get it all done by working together, taking their time, paying attention, and making themselves very useful. So on the front there, you can see Toby at the coal loader with some trucks. Thomas, the flip-faced Thomas at Titchmouth Sheds. Trackmaster Henry in the background going over the viaduct. Bulstrode's back there as well. Emily's in the corner. Knapford Station's here in the corner. Then we also have Spencer at the airport. Bertie going over a crossing. Nice water tower, telephone pole. Bulgy the bus in the background on the road. Yeah, these were the days, man. I love Tommy, but I also grew up with this stuff. This stuff definitely is a step down from Tommy. I think look-wise, destination-wise, for sure. I mean, this Titchmouth Sheds is fantastic, right? A lot of the engines did stay the same, so just minor downgrades, but still very good. But then this line also did stuff that Tommy didn't. I think this line gave us signal boxes and packs and stuff like water tower pieces, signals. It did a lot of good stuff. I did have this set as a kid. Hard at Work at Brendam Docks. I did have this set as well. Thomas at Titchmouth Sheds. So a lot of good stuff. Thomas at the station. I think I had that set as well. And then Scarlet with the Lumberyard. I did not have that one. Thomas at Echo Cave. James at Boulder Mountain. I did not have either of those either. Very cool sets. A nice blast from the past. Toby at the Copper Mine, which apparently is a very rare set. Very rare. And then we have the Thomas at the Coal Station. This is my first time ever seeing this pamphlet in person. I didn't know these existed. Thomas at the Coal Station. This is very cool. So just a water tower, a signal box. This would be a set I would buy if I saw it on eBay for sure, because I'm sure those coal trucks are pretty cool. And I would love that Trackmaster signal box for sure. And a nice water tower as well. Very cool sets. What else do we got here? Now we have engines and more. Just showing off basically the Tommy engines just put into the Trackmaster line. But Duncan was brand new. Sir Handel was brand new. We have Sir Handel with white wheels, which is pretty weird. We do have Rocky and Rosie with some trucks, I'm guessing with some colorful something. But yeah, very cool. Good stuff. This pamphlet, what year is this pamphlet? Can we see it here? 2007 pamphlet. So, very cool stuff. But now, on to the star of the show, the trucks and track. Now, it's funny because this gives you track, but I don't have any way to use this straight track because I have only Tommy track and I do not have any adapters. If only. All right, So getting the plastic off that. These, okay, so they easily come out. Nice. Mail coach and the ventilated van. That's a nice van. Okay, these feel good. Those feel good. And I have not held this track in my hand in how many years? How many years has it been since I've held this track in my hand? It's a very long time. Wow. And how do they connect again? Okay, I'm not going to lie. I think this has a better connection than Tomy. Because sometimes Tomys can be hard to put together. Not hard, but you know what I mean. Like, this is a lot more seamless, it feels like. I mean, yeah, that track is cool stuff. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been since I've had this in person. That is dope. You know what? I gotta buy a Trackmaster set. I really have to. That would make for such a good video. Really gotta buy a set like that. So the track and the packaging can go over here. Very glad I've picked this pack up. I think this almost makes up for the terrible Edward over there. So we've got the Sodor mail coach. We've got the Great Western van. And then we've got Toad the brake van. And let's take a look at Toad's face here. Wow. I do like that face. Now the printing itself, I don't know if I would call it the printing, but you could kind of see on the eyebrows. It's kind of messy. That's really my only complaint. Just the eyebrows are, I guess, printed kind of messy. The black is kind of smeared. As you can see, that's a good angle right there. So only if the eyebrows were a bit crisp, a bit more crisp, I would enjoy it better. But yeah, this Toad, very nice. I think I do prefer this Toad over the Tomy Toad. But again, it was a much different time. If only I had the Tomy Toad in person. I only have Scruffy. So it says 16 tons on the side. Great Western 56831. 2006. He's got the nice white roof. Very good detailing, right? Like the colors are very simple, but the detailing's there. Even this is colored in. So it just looks like a very complete Toad the brake van. I'm very happy about that. I'm sure many of you grew up with this pack, since some of you didn't grow up with Tomy and grew up mainly with Trackmaster and maybe 2010 Fisher-Price Trackmaster instead. So let me know if you had this pack in the comment section down below. But yeah, I do enjoy this Toad. Face is looking good. If only the eyebrows were a bit cleaner, but that's about it. Very simple Toad face. He's just smiling, looking off to the left. So nothing egregious there. And then we have the green Great Western ventilated van. I always love vans. I think vans are such a simple yet satisfying piece of rolling stock to own in any line, whether it's wooden railway or motorized, like right here. I like the color as well. Nice green with a brown roof. Kind of a van I've kind of never seen before in Thomas & Friends, I guess. It's definitely not in wooden railway. It's green van with a brown roof. Nice contrast there. But Great Western 139956. Very nice. Just a very simple green ventilated van. Will look very good on my trains. And then we come to the mail coach. Now, I'm not sure what version, not what version, but how many mail coaches have been released in Trackmaster. Is this version number 2? I'm guessing it is. So Tomy had a mail coach version that really looked nothing like this, and then I'm guessing this is the second one to ever come out. So all of the doors open on all the sides, as you can see. So that's nice. There's mailbags inside. There's some detailing, some opportunity for story potential and using your imagination to deliver and load the mail into the coach, into the car, mail van, actually. I don't know why I say mail coach. That's wooden railway lingo, mail coach. But there's the front and back side of the mail van. says Sodor Mail on the side. Just overall, a very nice mail van. I love that the door's open. And other than that, it's very simple. We even have some detailing up here, but just a very simple van. It does everything it needs to do. So there is the 3-pack, and now I have to get all of this rolling stock onto the tracks here so Duck can have a nice running session with his great Western rolling stock. So I think we should let's put the ventilated van up front, and then we've got Toad. And I love that they actually had Toad face the correct way. So we have Neville set up, and then we have Duck hooked up to the brand new wagons. Thomas and Arthur are patiently waiting on the sidings. So taking a look at this train here, it looks fantastic. This is some really good rolling stock. I want to close these doors here. But yeah, this is some really good rolling stock by Trackmaster for sure. Very colorful, but not like distracting, and I guess rolling stock in colors done wrong would be what Mattel does, to where it looks ugly. But these colors and these designs look like they actually belong on the island of Sodor, and they look like vans you would actually see in the yard. So packaging off to the side here, let's get Duck going, and let's see what this rolling stock and Toad looks like in action. And yeah, by the way, just a contrast compared to my previous video, my Tommy Duck is a fantastic runner, very quiet. It's a C battery in there, very quiet. Doesn't stutter, doesn't ever struggle. But yeah, there's the rolling stock in action, very happy. Let's get Neville going if you guys haven't seen Neville before in action. Green ventilated van, Sodor mail van, and Toad. So yeah, let me know what you think about this rolling stock down below. I think it's very good. I actually feel like I have more proper, Sodor rolling stock now that we have a van that says Sodor mail. Now that we have Toad the brake van. Here's my Tommy rolling stock that Neville's pulling. This rolling stock will always be like just bare minimum, like simple, very clean and satisfying. But this Trackmaster rolling stock, it is very good. My only nitpick I would say is, I guess the doors on the Sodor mail van love to open and close as the train moves along. As you can see, I did not open that. The van's just doing that by itself. Maybe they click into place and I just wasn't paying attention enough, but that's only a nitpick. But other than that, I love the van. I love the brown roof. And there's Toad. Very cool. There's a shot of Arthur at the docks with Cranky. I'll give you a good shot here of the rolling stock. So yeah, very happy with this purchase. I really should get more of these in the future. Like I said, I really do want the one that comes with the carnival van, the circus van. It looks like the one from the TV series. It's some like Rosie's Fun Fair special, I think. I think so. But there's other ones that are really cool as well, that I've never seen before. And whenever I see them, I'm like, I didn't even know that existed. But yeah, very good purchase. You can see those mail van doors keep opening. Now the van is completely open. I really hope Mattel, I know they won't, and no matter what they release, it's not going to be as good as this stuff. But it's a shame that they've gotten away from stuff like this. It's truly a shame because this is what sells, this is what people want, this is what would make money. And they're missing out on such good merchandise. So I guess I'll leave you guys with these shots of the engines. There's Neville going along the loop. stuck through the tunnel, about to go over the drawbridge. So like I said, let me know what you think about this rolling stock pack in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.